Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5.
Looking to throw, Young.
That would complete downfield to Thomas.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete this.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Young.
Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Carr to throw on second down.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. On the right side, this is Miller. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Carr now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Running right through him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Calling a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through...
Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw his Carr.
And it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he returns this to the 22.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go,
Young now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brian Brzee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 32 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break up to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here we go. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on the pickup of 13.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Dumps it complete to Miller. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Carr going to throw.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, you're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you have confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Inside the 20.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
97. Okay, go steal.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and long for Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Draw play. This is Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Yetur Gross-Matos picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Carr. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Patterson's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've created big turnovers already. It's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10, Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 44 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, Carr. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A shotgun handoff now to Middle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Carr now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. Is a big part of their offense.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Young. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's into the clear. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they furthered their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for two here.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Young on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now a first down throw for Young.
He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A first down throw for Young. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Young.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hubbard again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 on third down. Young working out the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Olave holds it in.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Young, he's going to change it up.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Carr going to look to throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Miller is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old-school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use it. Let him pave the way.
Without a doubt, he's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is
touchdown. Adam Thielen, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, it's Carr.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
Touchdown, Saints!
A.T. Perry
from 21 yards away.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that result.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,